I get the pleasure of introducing this man here, and he has been showing us views of the Pacific Coast, Northern Pacific Coast. And just to kind of show you, let me first say this: I'm for it. I love a good view of just anything coastal with that. And he's moved from Southern California onto the Northern Pacific Coast, just to show you what this industry, what this can do for you, what your business can do for you. You can do it anywhere and move like this, boom, boom. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure he's still traveling because he has different teams in different places, but just being able to do that. As you can see, Mr. Thomas also going different places like that. So that's where I feel that's where our vision, that's where we're going. The people that are on that call, the same thing will be happening with us too. He speaks on our ACN stage to thousands globally. I'm so grateful for that. And let me just say this: that's not, they don't just give that stage to anyone. That let me also put that out there. That you have to actually earn that too, in that sense. And so I say that he gratefully does earn that every time. He has a phenomenal people on his team that he's coached to top positions in our company, to the point where they themselves have been recognized by the co-founders personally, and they themselves have walked that same stage that he speaks on. He explains things in a way that's not complicated, and it breaks it down to simple steps that are feasible and palatable, that causes you to go to action, grow your business, giving different pointers, different nuggets, that some things that we need to recollect, some things that we forgot about, some things we need to question about. And along with Mr. Thomas, he is a co-founder. The co-founders asked him to be a part of an elite group to advise present and future business owners. And so all that to say, this man is worth all his salt. This is what I'm want to say. He meets you where you're at and is willing to help anyone looking to grow their business. He's a ton of fun. He's really just a down-to-earth guy, and one of Mr. Thomas's favorite trainers. So we appreciate you coming back once again onto this platform just to pour into us. I give to you guys Mr. RVPP Dean Tarrolly.
Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for hosting the call as you do when Mr. Thomas is traveling. We appreciate that. I know the team appreciates it. It's funny because it actually says a lot about how our ACN business works. Sort of imagine this, you guys. Imagine that you took the time, effort, energy, the investment of building, working with, and developing leaders so your business doesn't skip a beat when you're not there. Like, we have successful business owners that are on this call that do very well, and they make a lot of money and are successful people, but they would probably also tell you that when the cat's away, the mice will play, and they have to be there first, and they're going to leave last, and that's a challenge because I think, it's funny. I was on I've been doing this walking lately. I'll tell you guys about that later, but I was watching this business something or other on Instagram, and then Steve Jobs, before he passed away, his one of his quotes, and I'm not going to try to get it perfectly. It's just the thought behind it is, when you're at the end of the life, nobody, you're not going to care what car you drove. You're not going to care what house you lived in. You're going to care about what you did with your time and who you spent your time with. That's what you're going to get. You're hoping for that one more day. I have very good friends on this call based on their circumstances and their families and all that. They wish they had another day. I promise you that. And so when we talk about the gravity of what a business like this does, it's the freedom that it can allow you to do those things, and to kind of design a life instead of endure a life, right? And that's why we're here. So thanks for hosting the call, man. I appreciate it, and I know that the team does as well. And you guys, the whole point of what I was saying, not to get off on a tangent right out of the gate, which I do from time to time, it's okay, but I do want you to know that the idea here is, over the course of time, can you be the person that people should be emulating and copying in regards to our business, so your business can grow without you? Because everybody would love to have that, wouldn't they? Everybody would love to have a business that can grow and build and thrive and accomplish without you, right? But it's not going to happen unless you do it first to be that example. And that's part of what we're going to talk about today. So in fact, I just I gave myself a note from my notes. So give me 1 second. Okay, cool. So this is going to be I hope impactful and I hope important. I'm ready for you guys. I got my notes. So good morning or good afternoon. Talk about diving right in. Okay. So I am I love this time. This is the week before the national. And you guys, look, let's have an honest conversation about this. How many people right now feel like your business is achieving and going in the right direction? Show of hands. How many people feel like it's growing and moving in the right direction? Okay. How many of you on the call honestly feel like your business is kind of stuck in neutral, like we're trying to get this thing into gear? How many people feel that way? Okay. How funny. I have some of my leaders on here, they raise their hands for both, and that's okay. You're allowed to do that, right? So let me tell you guys, I hope today is going to be impactful for you. The week before the national, why does the company do this? Why does the company do, it was 4, now it's 3 nationals a year? Why do they do it? The company has done well, the founders have done well. And here's what I want you to know. The way our business is designed for all of us to work independently out here on our own, right? The founders would tell you they need the national. Everybody needs the national. Why? Because for the overwhelming majority of us doing ACN, I will tell you that it's part-time. That's number one. Number two, you probably have a traditional business that you either own or a traditional job that you go to. And when you go to that traditional business or job, you're reminded what your job is, what your tasks are. You're reminded of this when you get in your car and you're on your way to the office. You are reminded because you are driving. You are on your way to what? You're on your way to, what are you on your way to? You're on your way to work. You're on your way to work. From the second you start getting dressed and cleaned up in the morning and you go through your routine, maybe a little spiritual stuff, maybe grab some coffee, have a little breakfast if you're a breakfast person, all those things, the routine that you have is to get you on your way to work. Well, why doesn't that happen here? Well, here's one of the reasons why. Is because when you have a home-based business, unless you have a home office setup, now it's like our brain has to scramble a little bit. And it's like, we have to, okay, take care of the dogs. Oh, there's the kids. Oh yeah, man, there's the picture from the vacation that we were on. Oh wait, I got to do that phone call. Oh, I was going to peek that one person on my way. But I got to go a different way. I'm going to peek them tomorrow. And next thing you know, you blink and it's 7 o'clock. The kids are home. You're grabbing dinner with the family. Who understands what I'm talking about right now? Like you can literally, thank you. You can literally blink and the day went by and you wanted to accomplish all these different things. So there is some discipline that is required. It's a necessity. Like, and sometimes what happens, you guys, people will do this. They'll be like, which I think I've never found it to work. Some people I guess have, and I'm certainly not knocking it. If it works, absolutely do it. But there's people like, you know what? From 3 to 4, that is my ACN window. From 3 to 4, I'm doing ACN. From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., I'm doing ACN. Like nothing is getting in the way. I'm doing my ACN work. I have found that it doesn't really work that way. It just kind of doesn't work that way. I think what happens is as you're doing your life and your work and running your business and dealing with the kids and your spouse and the activities and all the things that make up a busy life, I think you have to be attuned to your environment and what's going on around you. And there are going to be opportunities after opportunities after opportunities after opportunities for you to be able to expand and grow your business by just living and doing your life the way you normally would do it. when you're hearing changes and you put yourself out there, and I'm going to cover this in a second, you literally put yourself out there. Give yourself the opportunity to win. So the first thing I want you to write down is I need to give myself the opportunity to win. I need to give myself the opportunity to win. Well, you guys, if you're at home, everybody in your home, you've already talked about ACN. So we can't really talk to them about in terms of expanding your business. You need to get out of your home. Now, can you do that over Zoom like this? Sure, of course you can. But guess what that's going to require you doing? Sitting down, sending some text messages, sending some emails, put maybe some stuff on social media. Do you guys know? I'm just going to throw a silly example out there. If every single person on this call went onto Instagram and on your story, you did something like this. And I'm not telling you to do this word for word. I'm just trying to give you an idea. You did something like, was on a Zoom this morning. I won't sleep for a month. Post, send. You know, people are going to reach out and go, dude, what happened? All you're trying to do is get them curious. So am I making sense to you guys? Yes or no? Not, oh my God, we just launched this new business and we just launched this new service and we just launched ADP payroll processing and it's going to be amazing and we can save business owners, blah, blah, blah. Can we do all that stuff? Absolutely. Is it amazing? It is amazing. But I don't think that's what's going to get them curious. I think what's going to get them curious is you having a genuine level of excitement and enthusiasm about what you're doing, and don't give them the shop. Don't give them the shop. You guys, let them know that there is a shop. Don't give them the shop. You give them too much information. You're defeating the purpose of what a peak is, which is to create a conversation. Don't give them, you guys, don't try to shortcut the shortcut. It's not going to work. So why don't people do this type of thing more often? Why don't they do it? I think the reason is very simple. 3 reasons why they don't do it. Okay. There's fear of failure. Right. So if you want to take these notes, I would encourage you to do that, but do what you want. It's your business. You can do what you want. Right. The first one is fear of failure. Well, if I talk to these people and they're not interested, or if I talk to this business owner and they're not interested, or if I talk to this person and how's it going to impact my business? Fear of failure. Right. And that's very real. You guys, just remember, fail your way to the top. You know, here's how I find that it goes, right? It kind of goes like this. Now, it's not the same for everybody, but it's something like this. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes, yes. No, 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 yes, yes, yes. No, no, yes, 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 yes. You got to get through those to get to that ratio for that to hit for you. So there's the fear of failure. You guys, every single person who's ever succeeded, I won't even go into all the quotes. Michael Jordan, I took more game-winning shots and missed them than anybody. All those things, you guys, the biggest achievers understand that quote unquote failure, it's not even really failure. It's just a result that you weren't going for, but now you know something that doesn't work and you go back. So understand it is absolutely a part of the process on you going through and growing through this ACN opportunity and developing into the leader that you need to become to earn those positions, to have that income, to develop that type of team. So then there's fear of success. Well, people go, well, that's, I was going to say a bad word. That's horse. You know what? That's bull. You know what? No, fear of success is very real. What are my friends going to think of me? I changed my location. I changed the car. I'm making this money. Or how about this? Fear of success. I'm becoming successful, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Hope I don't get found out. Right? Like, how do you fix that? How do you fix that fear of success? Well, then the first thing is put yourself in an arena with other people that are successful in and outside of ACN. Watch what they do. Emulate like how they hold themselves. You know, confidence is attractive. Like, you guys, like, you're in control of what it is that you're doing, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Okay. Let's say we were, okay. I'll use a really easy example. I just saw one of my favorites on here. So Josh Casey. So Joshua, if we were in an issue and it required a military response, how many of you besides me would be very confident if Josh Casey was right next to you? You're like, dude, I don't know what we're doing. You tell us what to do. We're doing it. Guess what? You would be very confident, right? You would have no fear of success. Why? Because you have a mentor, coach, and leader that is right next to you. So when you talk about a fear of success, that's a mind game, you guys. Like success is your birthright. You have an opportunity. We all have an opportunity to be as successful as we want, right? You guys, what other people think, right, is the third fear. There's fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of what other people think. And my response to that is, who cares? Guess what? This is probably the one that stops more people than anything, is a fear of what other people think. You guys, guess what? I'm telling you, they're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to bring your spouse home. They're not going to help with your medical issues. They're not going to be. They're not going. You know what? Guess what advice they have for you, right? Really, not much. Not much. And so when you start doing things that other people aren't willing to do, you guys, successful people understand that you are going to get pushback. You are going to get resistance. And here's what I'm asking you to do is to embrace that resistance. Embrace it. And here's why. You don't go to the gym to not lift. You have to lift. There's resistance there. Resistance. Think about this, you guys. Resistance is going to break down the muscle, and then it's going to build the muscle. That resistance is required in anything. You know, nobody said it would be easy, but every SVP will tell you it's worth it. I'll sign up for that any day of the week. By show of hands, is this conversation making sense to you guys for real? Yes or no? Okay, awesome. So I want to share something with you. So those are these three fears, and it was just like, man, why are we not having more people? Man, they just signed up. I can't bring up going to Cleveland. Really? How can you not bring it up? How can you not bring it up? Oh man, I just signed up, and the plane ticket, the hotel, like it's a rah-rah session. You guys, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's the World Series, the Super Bowl, the World Cup of our business is the national. Why? Because that's where people get the vision of where the company is going. They see that the co-founders are real. They see that the partners are real. They see that the leadership is real. They see that the training is real. They see that the information is real. They see that the blueprint for everybody to succeed is real. That's why you get people to the national. People say, well, it's kind of hype. You say, well, it is a little bit. But my old joke about that is like people go, I had this guy, look, a slight tangent. I had this guy back in the day. I was working at the bar, and I was getting ready to go to a national. And this is a guy who joined the team, but I'm talking with this guy's kind of a friend of mine, and he joined the team. This is a long time ago in a ETT, far away. For those who remember ETT, that's the position I was at. And this friend of mine goes, I get it. These national things, I get it. And this is literally what happened. So watch this. Guy goes, I get it. I totally get it. Everybody's really happy. Everybody's really excited to see you. We're going to go to the top of the company together. Everybody's going to rah. And I'm looking at this guy, we're all going to get our dreams. And I looked at my friend and I go, bro, what is wrong with what you just said? And he goes, well, come on, dude. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I said, you know what? I really don't. I really don't. I would rather be around a group of people like that are positive. They're optimistic. They're dreamers. Who's heard the conversation? People go, oh, dude, I know what this is. Everybody's just kind of selling you a dream. Who's heard that conversation? You guys, I lived in Los Angeles for 30 freaking years, involved in the entertainment business. People bus their way to LA to pursue a dream. People fly in to LA with nothing to pursue a dream. Give me a freaking break. I hope you're pursuing a dream. I hope so. Man, you guys are just dreaming. Great. Yes, we are. 100%. Stay in touch, because you'll see it happen. And then it is your obligation and it is your job to bring that dream to reality. And now watch what happens. Now what are they going to say? What are they going to say when you post, can't believe it? I'm so excited. getting promoted to regional coordinator, getting promoted to regional director, getting promoted to regional vice president. I have an amazing team, amazing company, and we saw this thing through. You know, I was out of ACN, now I'm back in ACN, and I made a decision to take care of some unfinished business. Whatever your story is, how great! So, you guys get yourselves and your team registered and get to Cleveland. I got a couple things to share with you here, so I'm going to show you guys. I thought this was really great. 7 habits that are damn hard to do, but will pay off forever. So here goes. By the way, let me just see here. Show of hands. Would you guys want to see that? Okay, cool. Here goes. Here is the first one. I have 2 of these to share with you. Here's the first one. We're going to talk about this one for a minute. 7 habits that are damn hard to do, but pay off forever. Number 1, delaying gratification. You guys, let your friends go to the party without you. I'm not saying don't go, show up late. Take care of your business. Number 2, breaking the procrastination cycle. This is, you guys, I am very familiar with this one. Why it is so easy to procrastinate. We had a conversation in our household about that yesterday. You have to break that cycle. What does that really look like? In my opinion, it's prioritizing. Right? Like you guys, what did I say last week? Do something every day. I don't care what it is, but something every day to advance your business, personal customer, peaking someone, doing a presentation, right? How about number 3, saying no? What does that really mean? You know what? I can't go to the movies, right? I can't go today. I can go next week, right? Well, we have this thing to do on Saturday morning. No, I have Saturday training. You're going to another Saturday training? Yes, I am. Until I get where I want to go and I have other people doing the same thing. Number 4, fixing your sleep. You guys, this is such a big one, man. I don't know about any of you, but it's really weird. The older I get, it's like the less I'm sleeping. And I don't know if it's just because my mind is in overdrive. Yeah, Christian, yeah, I don't know if my mind is in overdrive. I don't know, but for some reason, and it's really important to do what you can so you are rested, your brain is rested, your body is rested. Number 5, this is one of my favorites, feeling the fear and do it anyway. I actually think number 5 is probably as important, and it's exactly what I started our call with. Fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of what other people think. Do it anyway. You'll find that the thing you feared was not that big of a deal, and now you own it. And when you own that fear, it no longer owns you. Now watch what happens to your business. Number 6, and my team personally they know this is a big one for me, is being consistent. Like, look, man, look, sports is such a great analogy, right? Yards per catch, batting average, right? What do these things all require? They require data. Data doesn't happen from one event. You got to be consistent with this thing. Well, nobody's joining the team. Really? How many people have you talked to? Dude, I talked to 3 people this whole week. 3? So that's 1 every 2.3 days? Like, you guys, give me a break. That's not nearly enough to create an average that's going to get you any kind of response or get you any kind of result that you want. And number 7 is seeking feedback. And I found that this is a tricky one because a lot of times people, they don't want to hear, constructive criticism. They don't want to hear it. And here's the thing, here's the issue. It's not personal. Getting feedback, you guys, I did a call. We do a Monday call on our team where we do an overview and a training on Monday nights at 6:30 on our Zoom link. And, I had 3 really outstanding people, just great people, do the call with me on Monday. And a couple of them, I think, are on this call right now. Red and let me see here. Hang on, let me just check. Red and Roxanne, she's always on, so she's super consistent. And so Red and Roxanne were on this call, right, along with Mark Maples. And in terms of feedback, let me just share this with you. When we were done with the call, they all wanted feedback. They all asked for constructive criticism. All three of them did. They all asked for it, right? And they're like, please tell me, what can I do? How can I make this better? And I have to tell you guys something. Those are, you guys, Roxanne's on a regional vice president run. She's asking for feedback, talking about how quick she's doing, going through the information and just stuff. You guys, you've heard me say this. I've been doing this call for years with you guys. Self-scouting is so important, but then you have to listen to the person, the leader that's working with you, that's been there. When you seek feedback, right, on what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're saying, maybe how you're coming across, you understand, you guys, that the person who's there, and certainly your upline, wants you to win. It's good for you and it's good for them, right? You guys, nobody's arrived. Nobody's arrived, right? Presley and Jeannie Swaggerty are senior vice president platinums, and they're in training. Why? You guys, they have built a business that is substantial, that pays them significantly. Why? Because that's what leaders do. So these are 7 habits that are damn hard to do, but they pay off forever. So hopefully you guys got that. I'll share one more thing with you and we'll wrap up the call and you guys will be done with me for, if you're unhappy, start with the body, nourish it, rest it, move it. If you're uninspired, start with the mind, excite it, expose it, open it. And if you're unmotivated, start with the heart, find your why and do something that matters. Be of service to someone. People go, oh man, I'm trying to get my why down. Really serve your team. How about that? How about that? Serve your team, right? You know, I had a conversation, ironically, she just put a heart up there. I had a conversation with Red about this and her team and her group and her organization and where she wants to go. And I don't mind sharing this with everybody. The thing I said, Red, do it without them. You want to be of service to your team? Do it without them. Don't wait for them. Be there for them, support them, help them, encourage them, go start a new team. So now they're seeing you do it because you guys, if please write this down. If you need them, you can't lead them. If you need every single one of those people, like you can't lead them, right? So if you're unmotivated, start with the heart and find out why you're doing this. Find your reason why, or maybe redesign your reason why. Maybe it's just like, you know what? Other people have done this. I'm doing this. I had a conversation like this with Jelani Dorsey a little ways back when he got all re-engaged. He's like, you know, other people have done this. I'm doing this. If you're uninspired, start with the mind. Excite your mind and expose it and open it. You guys, welcome to Cleveland. That is next week, you guys. And look, if you are unhappy, you know what? When you're feeling good, physically feeling good, we talked about sleep earlier. When you're feeling good, right? Things tend to go your way, right? Start with your body, nourish it, make sure you're taking care of yourself, rest it, and move it, right? Like you guys, you know, George Zalke said this here. I'm gonna leave this up for a second. Screenshot if you want it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. So you guys, here's the deal. The thinker thinks and the doer does. The thinker thinks and the doer does. I mean, that's just the way it works. It's always how it works. Right? Like there's so many examples I could give you of this. You know, any of you besides me ever see you ever go on, like, there's so much nonsense on social media, but there is some good stuff and there's some fun stuff. And I'm not a big person of people like like showing their food. Like they show their food all over the place, except for one person, and I love him, and he already knows who I'm talking about. Like Brian Baker, right? Like he shows this food that he makes. I don't care if it's a dessert, freaking barbecue, Asian, it doesn't matter. It's captivating to me. Why? I'm going to tell you. Because I'm Italian, I like to eat, but really what it is you can see that there is a care and a passion and an excitement behind what he does. By the way, same with his business in ACN, but you guys, and guess what? You can tell that there is a reason why he's not just doing it for the fun of it. There is genuine love and enjoyment in what is happening. And I'm telling you guys that's captivating. So when you're talking to someone right? Are you bringing that same uh, energy? Are you bringing that same uh, um, enthusiasm and excitement? And I'm not telling you to be some weirdo or turn into Carrot Top and freak your friends out. But you guys, if you're not excited about what you're saying and what you're doing, you're not giving anybody a reason to be excited to hear about what you're saying and what you're doing. So they just need to know that you are a little more excited than you are normally as they know you. And you wrap all of this stuff together, you guys, and we have the national next week. We're halfway through the month. We're not quite halfway through the month, right? I hope you guys have a really significant goal for this month. I really do. I don't care if that goal is, listen, man, my business has been kind of saying that we're getting 10 reps this month. 10 reps are joining the team. There's 10 people out there that need an opportunity. There's 10 people that live in this marketplace where there is not a lot going on, or maybe we've had a lot going on, but there's so many more people for us to talk to. And that's your mentality. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm done not being at 100 customer points. I'm getting 100 customer points done by the end of this month. Red just hit that recognition. Or maybe you're saying, you know what? That's it. It is my time to present. Game the game. I listen. Write this down, you guys. Please write this down. Write this down. Write this down. I am a game changer. I am a game changer. Now, what you're going to do to change the game, that's on you. We've given you all kinds of options and opportunities, but be the game changer in your market, for your team, for your family. Change the game. Can you do it? Absolutely. Do you have the resources? 100%. And if you have fear of failing, fear of success, or fear of what other people think, get with the leader that you're working with and just tag team. Just do it together. You guys remember those old wrestling where they used to tag and the other guy would come in, jump into the ring, right? I mean, those things are scripted as hell, but whatever. You guys get it. Like the guy barely reaches. He's like freaking out. He's like, and he barely, his fingers barely touch. And then the next guy comes in, and you guys tag team with your leader. Nobody's asking you to do this alone. Do it together until you have the skills and the confidence to be able to go out and do it on your own. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. That was my message for today. I hope that take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of yourself, so you are giving yourself the best chance to win. Because if other people have done it, you can do it. If other people have hit RD, why not you? If other people have hit RVP, why not you? And I have to say this to myself: if other people have hit SVP, why not me? Why not you? Right? It's simply a decision. That's all it is. It's a decision and then action. But it's the action first that's going to create the feeling. You guys, last message. Please do not wait for the motivated feeling. Do not wait for that. That is nonsense, in my opinion. Do not wait for the motivated feeling to go do something. Go do something and watch how motivated you become. So that's my message, you guys. I hope it was helpful.